Now will it ever stop? Hey, welcome to the episode. I'm Russ. I'm the captain of sailing vessel Tacking, currently resting outside of Boot Key Harbor in Marathon, Florida. The 7-mile bridge is behind me, and the main entrance to the inner harbor, which I'm going to go into shortly, is over here on my left behind me. And it's raining, been raining pretty much all day since I passed the 7-mile bridge. So in this episode, we'll discuss how I got from Charlotte Harbor down to this location. I think that's what we're going to talk about. I had always planned to go to a place called Cape Sable, but I decided to not do that. And instead I went past it, because as I approached Cape Sable and got within about 5 miles and I was becalmed, the insects encouraged me to move on. I mean, it was awful. Flies, mosquitoes, and little tiny things, I don't know what they're called. It was awful. And I just kept on going. Once I got a good sea breeze and I had an opportunity to keep moving south, I kept moving south. So that's what I did. And it took me a couple more days to get down here, because you still get becalmed sometimes. And I did get becalmed, and I've anchored, this is my 3rd time I've anchored since I left. Yeah, I think since I left Charlotte Harbor. And I'm going to pick up the anchor shortly and get inside that harbor and find myself a better anchorage, because this one is not well protected. So, enjoy the episode, and I look forward to your comments as always. Thanks. So, the tropical storm thing that's passing over me is not really much in terms of wind. It's just a rain thing, and really it's not much in terms of rain. Hell, I could sail in this if the wind was from the right direction. So I'm going to wait it out another 12 to 15 hours, and the rain should be done. And then the wind should clock around from the north, and then I'm getting underway. So that's pretty much a deal. So really, the smart play is to conserve electric power, because it's hard to charge batteries with the rain. And the other part of the smart play is to rest up and get food and all that business, so that when I get my window to go, I can go. The boat's ready to go. All I have to do is pick up the anchor and hoist the staysail in the main, and they're rigged and ready to go. Yeah, we're really bouncing now. You know, I've talked before about the wave period. So try to estimate, the distance between wave tops, and it's it's like 5 meters max. And that's why we're bouncing fore and aft like this. My anchor is doing great though. We haven't moved an inch. It's getting slammed. I always have a hard time sleeping during a storm, because I'm always worried that my anchor's going to drag. So I'd set the alarm about every 20 minutes, and I'd always go to the chart plotter, is what I've been using lately, to take a look at the track to see where has the boat been. And if you see me making the shape of a circle and not leaving the circle, then you know my anchor's holding, and I'm just spinning around that anchor. You can see the sun. Rain stopped. Still stormy easterly wind. Expect underway in 3 hours. Alright, well, status update. It's Saturday around 4 p.m. That's Captiva Island. Captiva in Sanibel. I think where that bridge is actually where they say fair winds and following seas. And right now, brother, that's exactly what I've got. I've got winds back coming from that direction. So winds are letting me broad reach nice and easy and gentle. So gentle 10 knot winds, maybe every now and then a gust to 12 or 15. And you can see the waves are kind of following me. I'm not slamming into these waves. And I just don't know if that's going to come across on the camera. But somebody, my brother up in Chicago, wished me fair winds and following seas, and that is exactly what I've got. and a wind is starting to cause a swell to build up. And it's okay. It's okay. I mean, so back there, you can't quite see it. I just passed Sanibel Island and Captiva Island. Off to the left of me is, I can see the hotels on the strip. That's Bonita Springs, probably. I don't know. And I'm waiting on sunset in a little while here over there. So, no complaints. No complaints. Just now morning, it's a little past 6 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, June 5. I passed Cape Romano. There's a stick light over there marking the shoals, which was supposed to be lit, but it's not lit. I didn't see it at night, but I see it now. So that marks the south end of Marco Island area, and now I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's no cell signal, and it feels great. Very quiet weather. I could do with 5 more knots of wind. It's about 35 more miles for me to get to Cape Sable, and of course I'd like to make that today. But we'll just see. Well, this is pretty easy navigation right now because we're not moving. My last fix at 0600 was right about here. Okay, almost to Cape Sable. Still about 15 miles off the beach, you know, and I would rather close the beach if I could, just so I can anchor. But we're stuck out here and we're drifting very, very slowly because we are pretty much becalmed. You don't see this too often where it's just nothing. I mean, every now and then I'll catch a little puff. Okay, so we were becalmed, right? And that was up here just south of Marco Island and as we were approaching the Cape. But I did get, as expected, an afternoon sea breeze, which got me moving for most of the way past the Cape Sable, and then the wind died again, right around in here. And I drifted right on course, believe it or not, for about 5 hours, and just drifted, and I finally got to shallow enough water. You see it's 4 meters deep. And I actually put the hook down here and anchored. That was like at 3 in the morning, and when I woke up, I thought it was so flat and beautiful. I thought, hell, I might just stay a day. But the afternoon sea breeze picked back up with a lot of aggression. Then I got busy sailing again. I couldn't sail toward my target, which was now Marathon. So I had decided to not do Cape Sable. So I was making progress. I'm aiming for Marathon, and when I saw that the sea breeze was picking up, I headed this way. You know, and because the sea breeze is coming from the southwest, so you tack, basically. That's what sailboats do. You don't just turn on the engine. And I tacked, and then tacked south, and got in here and anchored last night. And I woke up this morning, and then I chugged around and came out. I sailed for this portion, and right around here, I put the sails down and motored directly into a southerly wind. Dealt with a big squall over here. And this was like cats and dogs pouring rain, and I finally came in, and that's my current location. Next thing for me is to go enjoy myself. This is a Liberty port, and I'm going to move the boat into the inner harbor tomorrow, and then I'm going to take 7 days of R&R and just be a bum and maybe do some projects on the boat, but take the dinghy out, go ashore, go get that burger I've always wanted, you know, that sort of thing. So. Thing I did while I was stuck at anchor in that spot in the middle of nowhere in the Florida Bay was to stick the GoPro down there to see if there's any creatures down there, and also to see, you know, what the condition of the hull is, because I do plan to clean the hull, and I know that I'm going to get some algae in any areas that are exposed to sunlight, and you can see that. But for now, I just enjoyed some nice sailing this morning. so much quieter. Okay, so the astute observer will notice that there are two bridges here. There's an old one and a new one. The old one was made between 1908 and 1925-ish, up into the 1930s. And they call it the Old Highway, or the Old Bridge. It was built as a railroad bridge and then destroyed in a hurricane in the 1930s, which forced them to convert it to a highway bridge for cars, and later was upgraded to the new bridge you see the cars using. Back to the wheel. I hope I get through that before that squall gets me. That squall, I hope we get through before this squall hits me. I don't mind the squall getting me, I know it's coming. But if I can get clear of the channel and then put a hook down and just drive out in the open water, that'd be so much better. I am just always awestruck by what it must have taken back in the 1910s, 1920s to build this guy. A bunch of young men basically working for the railroad. Commissioned by Mr. Flagler, and he said, build me a damn railroad that goes 100 miles across so much open water. And they did it. And I'm just punching it here with my speed because I don't want to hit anything. And I can feel the current throwing me around. And I'm watching that squall. I just want to get under this bridge and out of this channel. It's getting pretty bouncy now. There's a lot of water being jammed through here. It's deeper here than it is on the sides. Whitecaps hardly, but there's some over there to the, there's some whitecaps to starboard. As squalls go, this is not even in my top 5. But it's very bouncy because I was in a channel and the bottom shape is changing a lot. So when the bottom is uneven, that can really exacerbate the wave action. Right now, I just know that there's a shallow spot to my port side, so I'm going to go 1 more mile. I'm making about 4.5 knots, so thumb rules, I say 4 knots means 1 mile every 15 minutes. So if I go 15 minutes, then I can hang a left and head into Marathon, which is over there. Okay, there's the anchor. That's a little float that just marks my anchor's location. Got my chain, got my rope, got it tied off. That's the 7-mile bridge I just passed under about an hour and a half ago. One other guy at anchor. Small boat scurrying in, and after this shit weather is done, I'm gonna go inside the harbor. Maybe on the dinghy or maybe on the sailboat, and look for a better spot inside the harbor. And honestly, I don't know what the good spots are. On the chart, it doesn't look good at all. So we'll take a look. So for now, yeah, rain still has not stopped. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I do look forward to your comments. Please let me know what you think. If you think I'm hitting the mark, tell me that. If you think there's something you want to see that's different, tell me that too. That's okay. But don't tell me to get out in the rain anymore. I'm tired of that. I'm ready for a nice calm evening with no waves, without the boat bucking around. So, not a complaint, but I'm going to get in there to the inner harbor, and I think the next couple of days are going to be really nice. I'm going to put myself on shore leave. This is a Liberty port for the crew. I'm going to take a few days and just be a bum, and I'm going to go get that elusive bacon cheeseburger that I want to get, and I know the restaurant in mind. And I'm going to try to get that tomorrow, get some YouTube videos uploaded. and do some projects on the boat. The projects that I have in mind are the things, the many jobs that are like 95% done and just not done. It's reminds me of an old TV football guy who used to say, come on, man, you know? Well, come on, man, finish your damn water system. Finish the toilet. Finish the gray water systems. I have all the stuff. Just finish them, you know? Connect wires, run hoses, whatever you got to do, just do it. And that's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to have some fun, go do some, have some liberty, and I'm also going to get some work done. But not a hell of a lot today. It's awful today. yeah, it's awful today. So take care, everybody. Bye.